Now, Tai Chi and Qigong often are misunderstood. People think they're the same thing. As my instructor, Violet Lee, says, Qigong is the tree, Tai Chi is a branch, meaning that Tai Chi is a subset of Qigong. Qigong is a much bigger, much broader category of healing arts that originated in China. So today we're going to do one of the most popular, one of the oldest, one of the most loved sequences in Qigong called the 8 Strands of the Brocade. There are 8 pieces to this, and it's wonderful to do in the morning just to help wake your body up. It's wonderful to do in the middle of the day to keep your energy going. So let's just learn these 8 pieces together. The first one is 2 hands hold up heaven. And it starts with your hands in front of your body. Just kind of lace your fingers gently together. And you want to bring your hands up. And about here, you want to turn the hands and start to turn them towards the ceiling. And you're going to bring your arms all the way up as straight as you can. The thing that you want to not do is to shrug your shoulders up as you lift those arms straight. Try to keep the shoulders down. So lacing your fingers together, bringing them up, turning them towards the ceiling, straightening out the arms as much as you can, and then let your head drop and look to the ceiling. Just gently let it drop and then bring it back to where you're looking forward, and then open the arms and bring it down. You can bend from your knees just to kind of let your body settle. So then lace your fingers together, breathing in, turning them up, let your head drop, then bring it back and bring it down. That's 2 hands hold up heaven. We're going to learn all 8, and then we'll go through and do them all in a sequence. Number 2 is shoot the hawk with the bow. And the hand position for shoot the hawk with the bow is actually important. One hand, you're going to curl up your fingers, bring your thumb in nice and tight. And it's not a punch, it's not a fist. Your hand is actually nice and straight. You're going to have it in this position here, but what you don't want to do is bend from the wrist like this. You want your wrist to be nice and straight. Don't bend it in, keep it nice and straight. So that's the way one hand is going to be. The other hand has the fingers curled, has the 3 fingers, little ring and middle finger, curled down. Your index finger is pointing up and your thumb is pointing out. You want to have your fingers like this, and then you're going to turn, and you want your hand as 90 degrees to your arm as possible. You don't want it to be like this. It's not shooting a gun. It's the index finger is pointing up, and that wrist, you're at 90 degrees as much as possible. One thing to interject here, in Qigong, we do actually have straight arms, straight angles. Unlike Tai Chi, where we've just been talking about being rounded, this is actually, you do want that arm nice and straight. You want that wrist at that 90-degree angle. Shoot the hawk with the bow. You're going to start with your hands crossed over. Bring your weight to one side and step out and sink. Make your bow hand like this, pulling across, not letting your shoulder lift, and not pulling behind you. If I were to turn like this, you don't want the arm behind you. You want it straight to the side. You want that shoulder down, and the other arm goes straight out. Remember that wrist, your hand is nice and about 90 degrees, and you're going to look towards that hand. So I'm going to turn a little bit this direction. You're going to look towards that index finger. One thing you don't want to do as you do this is you don't want to turn your body like this. You're not turning. You're only turning your head as you turn and look at that index finger. Okay? So shoot the hawk with the bow is actually on both sides of the body. So now I want you to start here, step out with the other foot, sink. Remember, you're not turning your body. Just sink, pull back, and extend the other arm out, looking at that index finger, keeping your shoulders dropped, keeping your body open. What this movement is for is opening up your chest, giving your lungs and your heart some opening. Number 3 is separate heaven and earth. And we start with our hands up. One hand is going to circle up. It starts with the palm facing up. It's going to turn, and then it ends with that palm facing up, pointing the other direction. Okay? This is my right hand. I'm going to be facing my right hand to the left. If this is your left hand, your fingers are going to point to the right. The other hand is simply going to turn, and the fingers face forward. What you want to focus on is this palm, this heel of your palm, and push up with the hand that's up and push down with the hand that's down. You're actually opening up this cavity. You're going to feel a good stretch in the sides of your body. This is supposedly going to help stimulate your liver, your gallbladder, your spleen, your stomach. This whole area right in here, you're opening it up and stretching it. So separating heaven and earth, you're bringing it up. And notice that that top hand, that top arm, this one doesn't have to be straight. Okay? It can be bent. And then you come down and you switch sides. Remember I said pressing through the heel of the palm. The next one is wise owl glances backwards. And don't worry, I know we're going a little fast with this, but we're going to do it again together. Wise owl glances backwards starts with the hands, with the palms facing down. Anytime we're standing, this is just a side note, but it's an important side note, make sure that your knees are not locked. You do want those knees nice and soft. Palms are down. You're going to turn and now straighten the arms, and the thumbs turn to the back. So you're here, and thumbs turn to the back. Wise owl glances backwards is you want to just turn your head and look to one side, and then let your eyes kind of glance backwards as far as you can and come back. What you don't want to do here is you don't want to turn and open up your body like this. All you're doing is turning your head, and you keep your body facing forward. So wise owl glances backwards. We turn one direction, and then we come back to the middle. We turn the other direction and come back to the middle. And when I say turn, it's only from the neck. You're only turning your head, not your torso. The next one is a fun one for name. It's called wiggle head, wag tail. And what you're going to do is bring your legs wide, and your hands are going to come onto your thighs with your thumbs towards the back. You want to make sure that your back stays nice and straight, that you're not bent over like this, and you're not even sticking your rear end out like that. You want your back nice and straight. You can go as low as you want to in this stance. Remember, you want it to be comfortable, but part of this one is actually letting your body sink. Then you're going to turn towards one side, and you're going to draw a circle with your head. You're going to come all the way around and settle back at the top. Then you go the other direction. You're drawing a circle with your head. You're going one direction, and then you're going the other direction. And again, you can go down as low as you can without causing dizziness. I certainly don't want you to fall over. But wiggle head, wag tail. It's supposedly good for reducing inflammation, removing excess heat. It's really good for core strength as well. You can tell it's good for leg strength. We didn't talk about wise owl glances backwards. This one, relieving stress and tension in this neck area. It's good for your eyes. Number 6 is massage kidneys, grab toes. And again, you do this to your ability. If you can't touch your toes, that's okay. You don't have to. We are going to bend over and try to touch our toes, but remember, you just go to the point where you can. With massage kidneys, grab toes, you're going to reach up in a circle and then come down with your palms facing down. Then you flip those palms up, right about the breastbone. You're going to bring your hands to the back side of your body, and you can look in the mirror here. You can see how I have my hands basically on my kidneys. That's why it's called massage kidneys, grab toes. You're going to rub down the back side of your body over your buns. You're going to hinge and try to get your fingers, your hands are on the back side of your legs, try to get them as inside your legs as possible. Come down, and if you can, touch your toes. And then bringing your arms to your ears, bend your knees slightly and come back all the way up. You're going to come down like this. That's how it starts. Flip the palms. Come all the way to the back side. Massage down your rear end, your back side of your legs, your calves. If you can, touch your toes and pull them up just a little bit. Then bring your arms up to your ears and come up. Remember, with your arms coming up like this, you don't want to shrug the shoulders. Obviously, this one's a good one for stimulating kidneys, bladder. It's good for your core. It's good for your legs. It's good for your back. Punch with intense eye is number 7. And when we make a fist, normally when you make a fist, you want that thumb on the outside of your hand, because if you don't, you're going to ruin your hand if you punch something. But in Qigong, remember this is for health, we're going to put our thumb in the middle of our palm here. It's called the labor palace. And you want to curl those fingers over the thumb. This is the only time I'm going to tell you to put your thumb inside when you make a fist. With this one, legs are wide again, just like our wiggle head, wag tail. Remember, your back should be nice and straight. Both hands are in this fist, and you're going to bring your hands to your hips. You can go as low into this stance as you want to, but be comfortable. You're going to punch out with one hand and then open the hand up and turn so the thumb is pointing down. Again, my wrist should be as much in that 90 degrees as possible. Thumb is pointing down. Then you're going to turn your hand as if you're turning a doorknob. That's all you're doing. Just turn that doorknob, then put that thumb back in and curl the fingers back over and pull it back. Then you're going to do that with the other side. You're going to punch out, open that hand up with the thumb pointing down, and then turning that doorknob, you're turning it to the outside of your body. Turn, and then put that thumb back in, curl the fingers, and pull it back. Now, this is punch with intense eye. The intense eye part, which is actually really good for your eye health, is you want to stare as far into the distance as possible. You want to really work at staring into the distance. That's great for your eyes, especially in our world where we look at computers and books and everything's so close. It's good for our eyes to practice staring into the distance. So as you do your punch with intense eye, you want to be staring into the distance, putting that thumb down and opening that doorknob, pulling it back. One of the interpretations of this, and you will find many different interpretations of the 8 strands, is fiercely, glance fiercely. And my husband used to teach at a CCRC, a continuing care retirement community, that the little old ladies, and they were all ladies, he would do this with them, and they'd get to this one and they'd just start laughing. And it's so hard to glance fiercely when everybody around you is laughing. But so if you find yourself trying to laugh and glance fiercely, you'll understand that. The last one is very easy. It's called bounce on heels. You're just going to stand. You're going to lift up onto your toes and let your body drop. And let your body bounce. Just let it relax. Come up and drop. You're not forcing yourself down. You're just allowing gravity to let you drop. And that vibration in your body is good. It's said to settle your energy, settle your chi. It's also just good for your body to let it relax, let it jiggle. Good for bone density as you're coming down and kind of forcing that vibration through your bones. So now let's do all 8 of them, just kind of in a sequence. You can do as many repetitions. When you practice this, you can do as many repetitions of each one that you want. Now, suggested is do 6 of each of them, except the very last one, bounce on heels. It is 7 times. That one is 7 bounces. And so we're not going to do 6 of them as we go through. We'll probably do 3 or 4 repetitions. But you can see how this will open up your body as you do it in a flow and you focus on your breathing, letting that breathing be nice and deep and relaxed. You can see how it helps you wake your body up, helps you stretch, helps give your body that vitality that it really wants to have. So we'll start 2 hands, hold up heaven. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Knees are nice and soft. Gently lace those fingers together. Breathing in, let your body stretch. Let the head drop, and then bring the head back and breathe it out. Breathing in, let the head drop, bring the head forward, and breathing out. One more of these, bringing it up. Bring your head forward and bringing it down. Now bring your weight over to one side and you're going to step out into shoot the hawk with the bow. Remember, you're just turning your head and looking at that index finger, not turning your body. Then open it up, look to the other side, bring your weight over to that side and step out. Sinking straight down. Remember, you're not turning your body. You're not letting the weight come this direction. Shoot the hawk with the bow. Then opening up. Bring your weight over to the other side. Step out and sink. Then bringing your weight over. One more. And now coming back to the middle. Feet are about shoulder width apart, palms are up. Separate heaven and earth. Remember, pressing through the palms. The bottom hand fingers face forward, the top hand face away. And then switching, you can sink into your knees. And then come up, stretching through that core region, pressing heaven and earth. Coming up. And one more. Good. Then we want to do wise owl glances backwards, palms face down. Turning the thumbs to the back, keeping the arms nice and straight. Look over your shoulder, not turning your body. Coming back to the middle. Take a nice deep breath in. And then breathing out, looking over your shoulder, not turning your body. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Wiggle head, wag tail. Step out. Thumbs are to the back and you're sinking down, keeping your back nice and straight. Draw a circle with your head. Coming all the way up. Settling. Now go the opposite direction. Let's do it again, both directions. One more. Good. And coming up, taking a nice deep breath in, massage kidneys, grab toes. Flip the palms up. Bring the hands to the back. Now rubbing down the whole back side of your body. If you can, touch your toes, pull them up. Bring your arms to your ears, bending the knees slightly, coming up. And then turning palms up. Massage kidneys, grab toes. Breathing in and breathing out as you come down. One more time. And then stepping out, forming that fist with the thumb in the labor palace, sinking down, punch with intense eye. Turning that doorknob, then coming back, making sure you're glaring into the distance. Turn that thumb down, open the doorknob, coming up. Do it again, punching out, turning that doorknob, coming back in. One more. And good. Then bringing it all the way up, breathing down. Now let's bounce on heels. Come up onto your toes and just let your body drop. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, you're not pushing yourself down, just let yourself drop. 6 and 7. So that's the 8 strands of the brocade. Now, we went through that fairly quickly as far as a pace, right? It really depends on your body, on how much time you have to do this, how many repetitions you want to do. You don't have to go super slow through it. You don't have to go really fast. You go at a comfortable pace for you. This is to help your body with vitality, with feeling good, with strengthening just a little bit, with letting those organs be oxygenated and stimulated. All of this is healthy for your body, and that's the whole purpose of this Qigong set, is to provide health for your body. So practice the 8 strands of the brocade just a little bit, like I said, in the morning, in the afternoon. If you're sitting at work, you can see it takes almost no space. You can do this at your desk. Don't do it right before you go to bed. That's not a really great idea because it's stimulating to your energy, and that might disturb your sleep just a little bit. So do it in the morning, in the afternoon. You can do it, 2 or 3 times throughout the day. And, commit yourself to doing that for a week and just take inventory. How does your body feel?